I am making this short video because the issue of fighting game difficulty has again come up in the spaces I frequent. New players being put off by the genre because they think they need to learn so many things before they can actually play the game. I am a new player, and I used to think this way too. Then I made an effort to learn GGAC+R, and every angle of that assumption has since fallen apart. It's ridiculous how little you need to know to start significantly improving at fighting games. All it takes is having one combo. Let me show you. The footage on screen now is from my first online set in +R, against a Bridget on July 7th of 2022. I went into +R essentially blind. I'd played fighting games before, but never made an effort to learn them. I always thought they were too complicated. I played a ton of Tekken 7, but always lacked a real game plan. And the same goes for the hours I spent in Guilty Gear Strive and Street Fighter V. I wanted to change that. I knew these games weren't impenetrable, I just didn't know why, and chose +R to be the game that helped me figure it out. During this set, I capped out at being able to do 5P into 6K, which is just one button, then hitting forward plus another button. The rest of what you're seeing is me helplessly flailing around. It's only recently that I feel I've gotten somewhat of a handle on Axle, and that's after playing around 650 matches. Now while that might sound like a lot, let's put it in perspective. July 7th was the date of my first online match. October 19th is the date of my most recent match, which came against an Order Soul and which you'll be seeing part of later on in the video. The time between those two dates is 104 days, so 650 over 104, which gives us 6 1/4. By the numbers, I'm averaging less than 7 matches a day. I've also probably spent under 90 minutes in training mode. And yet, I feel worlds better than the player I was when I started. What spurred this recent rush of progress for me is just a single combo, one of Axel's most basic. A 4-move combo that anyone could learn how to do, consistently, within 15 minutes. After learning how to do the combo, I then questioned what I could do if my opponent reacted to it in a couple of ways. If the starter hits, I run the combo normally. If they block the first move, I then try to go into a different combo that lets me hit them from the other side with one of Axel's special attacks. If they jump, I try to hit them with a crouching slash into a basic air combo. As a new player, that's as much of a game plan as you'll need to get started in the right direction. Focusing on this one combo and then branching off of it has solved my biggest issue. In other fighters, I didn't have a foundation, and so when I would try to learn about different parts of the game or even different combos, there was never anything to tie them all back together. In +R, I'm rooting myself in this one combo and building the rest of my game around it so that I can maintain perspective. I know how this combo works, so it'll be easier to make sense of other aspects of the game when I can look at them through the lens of how they help this combo be more successful. One commenter on my tier list video suggested I work on my Okizeme, which is how you go about attacking an opponent when they're getting up after you've knocked them down. Having this combo made their advice easier to take because I was able to approach improving this part of my game relative to something I already knew. I go into my combo after a knockdown almost every time because I don't have much else. So, adding a few more tools to my Oki options is going to create doubt for my opponent in what my approach is going to be, thus making my original combo easier to land when I feel like going for it. Improving my Oki will also naturally open me up to new situations that come from these other attacks, further expanding my view of the game. The point of this video is to say, you don't need to immediately know how to do fancy combos or Roman cancels or whatever else to start getting significantly better at fighting games. All you need right now is one combo to illuminate the way forward. On a personal level, I'm having a blast playing +R, yet still forget half of Axel's special attacks most of the time. I also can't do a Roman cancel to save my life, so instead of beating the fun out of myself trying to learn how to do one this early on, I'm going to work on things that I can get better at right now. For me, that's not using my panic buttons as much. That's improving my Okizeme. That's using movement more effectively. All of those things both benefit my overall game and make getting into position for my combo easier. Even better, none of them require intense execution. They mainly require better situational awareness, something that can be improved by watching your own replays back. You see, a lot of my improvement was helped by watching my replays back and noticing spots just here and there where I could have potentially made better decisions. Now, I have to watch my replays anyways to make these +R videos, but it's something everyone can and should do. Watching even one match back can help you a lot. This is especially true in +R, because its replay system has a feature that lets you hop into old matches and experiment with potential solutions. You miss so much in the heat of combat that you will not be able to remember. Watching your own replays helps to mitigate that. Plus, it gives you the chance to notice good moments of play you may have forgotten about. So, one combo and one post-game activity. That's all it's taken for me to go from absolute zero to seeing a lot of improvement. Any of you can take the exact same journey I did, and if this video has made you want to, just be nice to yourself about it. Get your combo, branch off of it, watch your replays, and focus on having fun more than anything else. Understand that you will grow at your own pace. Then, embrace it, because that's the fun part about being a beginner, so long as you play with a mindset that values internal growth over random wins. Growth can come in so many different ways that you'll frequently be feeling a positive sense of accomplishment, regardless of the endgame outcome. That's apparent for me in these matches against an Order Soul that you've been seeing for a little bit. Spoiler alert, I lose this set overall, but it's the best set I've ever played. I was putting myself in better positions and making better decisions. The point here is that you can play well and lose. You can also play bad and still win. It isn't black and white, so feel free to take pride in a loss. That'll do it for me. For any beginners out there watching this, I've uploaded full replays of both my first set against that Bridget at the start of the video, and against the Order Soul you're seeing now. The link to them is in the description and also the pinned comment. I recommend you give them a watch. The difference between then and now is wild to me, and you could so easily do the exact same thing. Anyways, peace.